Hey everybody, hey, I am back at it again with another money increasing video. All right, you guys, this is a newbie on the scene. This is Paraiba, however you want to pronounce it, okay? I don't know, all right? Anyway, you guys, I'm just going to show you a brief overview of the back office, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the team that did an overview video so you guys can understand how it works. All right, you guys, but real quick, this is my back office. This streamline is just my team, from the people above me to the people under me. All right. So as a collective, my entire team is 1,977 members strong, with $675,854 in the streamline collectively. All right. I deposited $30.14. So far, I've earned 9 cents, you guys. And that's just off one day. So I only earned 0.03%. All right. They have challenges that they do depending on how your team deposits. That runs for a certain amount of time. Then they have pools that you can jump into, and then they also have ranks. Okay, you guys. Real simple, real straightforward. Let me just show you guys the finance. When you click on that, it just shows you how much you made in deposit. It shows you how much you have that you can add to your deposit to increase that, of course. And then it shows your profit. All right. So right now, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the overview video for you guys. I'm going to send you guys over there. If you're interested in joining, I will definitely have my link below. All right. And until the next video, you guys. Bye.
This presentation, so hopefully we have this for the future. So with that said, all right, everyone, well, I want to welcome everyone again. Like Ryan said, my name is David Pavlik. I'm excited to be here with each and every one of you and share this presentation with you. Paraiba is an investment platform like no other, and it really does leverage the power of your network, of who you know. The company gives you multiple different ways to generate fixed returns on really minimal investments. You can get started with as little as $25, and it's true passive income. And that's what I love about it. Like he said, my background is in the investment space and the real estate investment space. Grew a fund from 35 million to 100 million, branched out, started my own a couple years ago, and allowed basically our team to continue to grow and to venture into different things. One of those things was exploring different types of passive income in the crypto space, as well as other ventures that we have going on. And in crypto, there's basically a few different ways that you can get involved, right? You can learn the markets, you can learn about the projects, do the investigation yourself, invest into these different crypto projects that are out there, buy it, and hold it long term. Second way that you can do that is you can day trade it, right? There's platforms out there that you can buy and sell crypto. You can short it, you can long it. You can time the markets the best that you can. It's very volatile, as we're seeing even right now. There's a huge pullback in the market, so a lot of projects are scaling back price wise because of where we're at in the market cycle. Takes training, and it's high volatility, and you have to be able to stomach the swings. I mean, these price swings are 10, 15, 20, 30, 50%, a lot of times in a week's time, sometimes just a day, few days, things can drop significantly. So huge swings. So that's that. And then the third way of doing crypto is you can do it passively. You can buy the crypto, you can place it with a professional company and allow them to invest that crypto on your behalf and pay you a fixed return. So with that said, that's what Paraiba does as a part of one of their business models. There is actually a few different business ventures that Paraiba is involved in, and one of them is crypto, which allows them to generate significantly high returns. And so, just as we get into the presentation, everyone should be seeing on my screen the Paraiba logo. And so with any investment, if we were talking any kind of investments, obviously I'm not a financial advisor. No one on the call is presenting themselves as a financial advisor, and you should be dealing with risk capital, right? And what is risk capital? It's not the money that you're using that you need to pay your mortgage, to pay your bills, to put food on the table, right? It's not something. There's volatility in the markets, and with any investment in general, there's risk, right? Even if you were trying to go with some of the more steady, slow and grow types of stocks, if you look at the markets this week, you may not want to look at your portfolio this week in the stock market here in the US, with some of the things that are going on. And it's just going to kind of continue to bleed this week with news out of China and some of the things that are going on around the world as well. So with that said, always make sure that what you're investing in these platforms and investments in general, that it is risk capital. Okay. It's just important. So we'll continue along. One of the things that Paraiba has set up is a bank license up to $50 million. There's a pay provider established out of Kazakhstan. PW Pay Limited is the payment provider. They're able to purchase, exchange currencies throughout the world. Unique Private Bank is the actual name of the private bank. They are the owner of the unique exchange, which is used to transact cryptocurrencies. So the bank licensing allows us to exchange currencies throughout the world, and then the private bank and the owner of the unique exchange allows us to exchange cryptocurrencies around the world. And then Unique Exchange is the contracted exchange for Paraiba. So what this company has done is integrated into a platform, a way for you to get whether it's euros, whether it's USD, whether it's Bitcoin, or other coins that you can bring into the platform, and then you can exchange them for Bitcoin and then place your Bitcoin into the Paraiba ecosystem. Once you place your Bitcoin into the Paraiba ecosystem, then you are generating a weekly return, really daily. We're paid 4 days a week, which we'll get into in detail, but you get a fixed return out of the profits that the company generates. The company pays you as an investor, right? They pay you basically as a lender. You're lending your Bitcoin to the company. The company is investing it, they're trading it, they're day trading it, and then they are paying you a fixed return on your cash that you have invested into their platform. This is the license. Like we said, we started with a $2.5 million license. It was increased to 20 million. And now most recently in the last month or two, it's been upgraded to a $50 million license out of the Comoros Union. It allows us a lot of autonomy for governments and things of that nature to not get their hands into our profits. So it was strategically done this way to allow the company to be autonomous and not be subject, right now at least, to taxation and regulations when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Obviously, there's a lot of talk around that around the world, and they're working on ways to, in the event things come down the pipeline that maybe it affects, they'll have an answer for that. But right now, the structure is built in a way where you can generate income. The income is held in their platform internationally. None of the funds that are generated in your platform are reported. So there's no government reporting. They're not required to government report anything that you generate. That at the end of the day is up to you and your tax consultant, your CPA. And so it's kind of nice, depending on if you're someone that's looking for international gains. It's an added bonus. Okay, you have full access to the capital. You have full access to be able to pull out your profits, and we'll get into that in a little bit. This is the financial license that allows them to exchange crypto. The name of the company that is registered to have a registered exchange on the blockchain is Unique Crypto LLC. And so that is a separate license that allows us to run Unique Exchange and exchange cryptocurrencies throughout the world. So with that said, one of the things that the company has done, I mentioned risk management, and I mentioned, risk in the markets and how markets go up and down, and there's a lot of volatility. So there's 7 employed full-time, very professional crypto traders that are using professional systems to trade cryptocurrencies. Mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum are the 2 main coins because they're stable coins. Even though there's still fluctuations in those coins, there are massive organizations that have adopted these coins. I just saw today the president of El Salvador tweeted again that they just increased their position even more in Bitcoin holdings, and more countries are doing so. around the world. And so one of the things that the company has done is said, look, they have these professional traders that were brought on board. There is a 4-day payment schedule. So we get paid out 4 days a week. They trade 7 days a week. So first of all, there's a 3-day reserve. So in the event their trading wasn't maybe, let's say, as good as they thought it was going to be, or there were some things in the market that they didn't expect, they have some time to make up for it with a 3-day buffer per week. So that's why we are paid. Our interest payments are based on 3 days a week. And we'll get into the details of what those payouts are. In addition, the traders are required to put up 15% of what they're going to be managing. They have to put a portion of their own Bitcoin, transfer it to a third-party wallet that is held by the company. And in the event they get caught in a drawdown situation where the trade is going against them and they're unable to get out of it, or they lose more than what the company's tolerance is in losses, then they have agreed to forfeit their Bitcoin to compensate the company and lessen the damages, right? To lessen the losses to the company. So it really puts the company in a very safe situation. In addition, the traders are all geographically dispersed. No one knows each other. They don't work together, and that was also strategically done so they can't manipulate the trading system. They are all doing these things, being managed by the company, but completely autonomous of each other, independent from each other. So that brings some peace of mind when it comes to risk management, risk tolerance. So basically, the Paraiba structure, right, is our bank license that gives us security, understanding that governments have understood that we have taken what's needed. They've reviewed the books, they've reviewed the legal structure, they've upgraded our license. We have the exchange, which allows us to trade currencies and cryptocurrencies. In addition, there's some other things that are coming down the pipeline, like a messenger app. There's a competitive software tool that is also going to be on the blockchain, decentralized, that will be encrypted end-to-end communications, similar to, like, say, this Zoom, where you'll be able to have like Paraiba Talk and Paraiba Chat. There's some other things that they're doing as well. And there's also an online store. So the business concept is this, right? Is crypto trading, profits from the crypto trading is used to then pay back the investors. So investors put their money in the platform. Once your money is in the platform, it's locked. So if you put $1,000 in, you're going to get paid your interest payment on $1,000. You put $10,000 in, you're going to get your interest payment on $10,000. You put $50,000 in, you get your interest on $50,000. However, that payment is coming from the profits of the company, and the company is generating profits through crypto trading, through their crypto exchange, because there are people that are using this exchange to put currencies through. Some of us are doing that overseas, in Europe and other parts of the Middle East and different areas, Asia. They're able to purchase all kinds of crypto coins, just not in the US right now. And so there are fees that are generated on the exchange. So that is an income center for the company, as well as the company has diversified into real estate as well, working on different investment projects. There's actually one that we're looking at right now. I talked to one of their reps the other day, reached out to me, one of our guys that's on our team who's high up, has the cell phone of the CEO, and he's one of the original kind of founders of this concept. And we're looking at some property down in South Florida in the Keys area, and developing a project down there. Again, it's just another way to diversify their holdings and secure the investments that the investors have placed into the platform, so that they can guarantee the returns that they guarantee. So it's pretty amazing. So these are the different ways that we make money, right? Or that the company makes money. We just kind of went over that, so I won't go after it again. Your back office, which we'll go through today real quick as well, has heightened security. Everything is done with two-factor authentication, which I love. If I want to put money into the platform, I have to my phone or my email address, I get a message, I have to put in the code, I have to be able to confirm that, yes, it's me that's doing this. If I want to withdraw, same thing. I have to get that code, put that code in there, make sure that it's me that's withdrawing anything from the account. So there's great security on the platform, to par with all the other platforms that I'm involved in as well. Coinbase, Crypto.com, so on and so forth. They use a CAPTCHA implementation, obviously email registration, so on and so forth. So these are the two platforms that we're going to be going through today, which is Paraiba and Unique Exchange. The nice thing is that there's one KYC event. So if you're familiar with crypto, crypto requires you to go through a know your customer process. And so that's typically an ID, it's a bill, it's something that says, hey, yes, I know who I'm doing business with, but it really is a streamlined process. If you're in crypto at all, there are, I've had to record videos and hold up messages and sign and the dates and the time and write the message that I'm speaking with me on video and like all kinds of crazy things for some of these other platforms to be able to KYC with them. It's fairly simple, right? There's one KYC for both platforms that gets you in. And it's basically a driver's license or a passport, and then some sort of utility bill, just so they know they can verify your identity, who you are. That's it. Like I said, they're not collecting any tax information, Social Security, EINs, tax IDs, any of that thing for reporting to the IRS or any of that. Again, it's up to you to determine whether you need to disclose, report if you're taking profits, so on and so forth, and obviously hire a tax professional, to get you through that process. So I'm going to skip the store because that's really not one of the things that everyone's hearing and excited about. So it's basically 3 steps, right? One is you were invited tonight. So I know, Ben, you have a guest on this evening. So Ben has a link. And so Sam or Samuel, you can use his link. You can get in. You can start with as little as $25. There's no membership fees. There's no annual fees. There's no maintenance fees. None of that. You simply put your money in and you start earning the beginning rate for your deposit. And then you can earn directly on your deposit if you do not want to refer anyone, if you're not the type of person that likes to share or likes affiliate or network marketing or anything like that, that's fine. You can be completely passive. You can take your account, and there's different ways of setting up your accounts depending on how much you're investing in the platform. But you can put your investment in and you can just earn minimum 62% per year, right? That's the minimum return. 1.2% per week times 52 weeks, 62% per year. That's the minimum return. From there, it just goes up, right? It doesn't go any less than that. But if you choose to also refer, then the company does provide an override on referrals. So with your affiliate link, anyone that joins with that, then there are ways to earn on the investment that they put in as well, as an incentive for us to spread the word and to raise more capital for the company so they can keep doing great things and help us earn. So you can start with $25 that holds your position. Deposits can be made via cryptocurrency. If you're international, they do the SEPA, which is the equivalent of our wire transfers. For us, we would buy cryptocurrency on Coinbase or crypto.com or Binance or Cash App, whatever your platform is that you use, and then you send your cryptocurrency to the platform. The system does also have a feature where you can auto reinvest. So every time your available balance, so every time your profit hits $25, you can tell it to auto reinvest back into the system so you begin to compound your returns. But again, it's at $25 that it auto reinvests. And then you can withdraw your profits anytime they reach $100 or more, okay? So withdrawals have to be a minimum of $100, and you withdraw your profits. Your principal is locked for a 100-day pay cycle. So your main investment, the main money that you put in, is gonna be locked for a 100-day pay cycle, but the profits can be taken out anytime you want. So if you wanna do that daily, you can do that daily as long as it's a minimum of $100. So you have to withdraw $100 at a time from the system. So here's how you get paid, and this is the totals, right? On your own deposit, you can get paid up to 0.5%. And we're going to break this down a little bit in a minute on the next slide. You get this 4 times per week, right? So do the math, right? Is you can do 0.5% times 4 times per week. You're at 104% per year on your own deposit. Then if you use that affiliate link I mentioned before and you refer someone and that person signs up and they put money in the system, you get up to 0.3%, so 0.3%, up to, sorry, I always like to caveat that because there's a way to structure your account and make sure you can get there, but up to 0.3%, again, 4 times per week, 1.2% per week, at 62% per year. All right. Then in addition to that, anyone under them, so that becomes now your downline, right? Is anyone that you did not personally refer, but any one of their referrals from there down to infinity, there's no cap, that then it becomes your downline, and you can earn up to 0.04% 4 times per week on your entire downline. Then on top of that, there's what's called pool shares and ranking bonuses. These are beautiful because as you grow your investment and as your team grows their investments, then the company then incentivizes you with what's called pool shares, which is going to be a streamline. I'm going to show you this real quick. Is this going to be a total amount of money that's been added to the company since you joined? That number just continues to grow, 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 grow. And you get a percent. They've created 9 different pools. And out of those 9 pools have a group of people that are in them. There's a dollar amount associated with it. Starts off as 0 and it grows over time, and it gets up into the $1,000, $2,000 a day in the pools. And you can unlock the pool shares as well. So in addition to your own deposit, in addition to the first line, in addition to your downline, you can also get pool share as well. And then there are one-time bonuses called ranking bonuses that as your money grows, as your team's money grows, then you get one-time ranking bonus payouts, which are nice. I'm in it for the passive, but the ranking bonuses are nice when they do happen, and they get up there as well. So we have 5 different ways to earn with Paraiba. All the deposits and withdrawals are made via Bitcoin. There's another key thing that I think is important for us to note is it isn't some random coin. They didn't make up their own coin that then you're transferring and giving them a stable coin, right? You're giving them the Maserati of crypto. Some people would debate that, but you've got the founding coin, right? Bitcoin. Everyone knows Bitcoin. You're not giving them Bitcoin and then they're trying to pay you back in their own coin that could get devalued like this. No, you're depositing Bitcoin and they're paying you back in Bitcoin. Remember, when your money is deposited, your money does not fluctuate with the price of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down. If you deposited 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, your deposit stays the same and only goes up, right? Because you're earning interest on it. It does not fluctuate. Only when you withdraw into Bitcoin while it sits as Bitcoin in your exchange will it fluctuate up and down with market conditions. So it's on you to decide whether you withdraw and go ahead and sell right away and turn it to fiat, or whether, let's say, you withdraw when Bitcoin is down and wait for it to pop, and then you just increased your profits even more. So you have that option as well. Your active accounts earn profit. You earn from day one. So Wednesday is around the corner, a couple days from now. So if you get started, let's say today, you get your account signed up, you start getting your KYC documents. Let's say you get approved by Wednesday, get your deposit in, you'll earn by Wednesday night. You'll start earning the interest Wednesday night. So from day one. It's up to you to decide how you want to manage your time and money. There are people on this call that have already replaced their income of the job that they were working, or are making the same amount of money that in a 40-hour a week job, they're already generating that amount of money in passive income through the Paraiba platform. There's people like Ryan who just ranked up just the other day, has now broken $200 a day, got a beautiful one-time bonus, and his team continues to grow. And people are I mean, it's just fascinating. It's amazing to see how it grows and how much you can make on a daily basis. And so it's up to you. It's your decision. If you decide, like I said, to not make referrals, no referrals required. You just put in you make your deposits and earn your interest. And that's it. You don't have to worry about referring. So I mentioned the up to. So your up to is based on how much is in your main account, or the total of either your account or your first line, downline, so on and so forth. So any deposits in your main account up to $49,999 is going to pay you out at 0.3% per day, 1.2% per week. Okay. Again, 0.3% times 4, 1.2%. If your account balance in your main account or any one of your accounts, if your account is at 50,000 or more, then you get paid out at 0.5% per day or 2% per week. All right. That's the up to, right? So it starts at 1.2% per week, and it goes to 2% per week, depending on what your account balance is. Then on your first line, if you have $100 in your account and you have 1 to 4 accounts underneath you that have $100, you start at 0.05%. Then if you have $100 in your own account and at least 5 to 9 referrals, so 5 to 9 accounts underneath you with $100 each, then you earn 0.1. And then it just goes up, right? So then if you have 10 to 19 accounts, you earn 0.2. And if you have 20 accounts or more underneath you that have signed up with your affiliate link and all the accounts have $100 minimum in them, then you will earn 0.3% on your deposit and on their deposits, okay? Now, these can be your accounts. So if you want to set up 20 accounts underneath you, that's called a sub account strategy. We can talk about that later. That's more for the team. There's a strategy around laying it out. The company does allow you to self-fund accounts. So if you would like to create your own accounts, you can do so. If you have, again, people that you refer, it would behoove you to have the 20, or maybe you set up 10, or maybe you set up 5, whatever it takes, so that you're getting the maximum amount of return on anyone that you refer into the system. So you'll get 62% per year on your money, and you'll get 62% per year on any money that you refer, right? And again, I'm using the max. It's pretty easy to max out really quickly. I mean, it's really a total of $3,000. It takes $3,000 if you want to self-fund, or it's a little bit of your money and just some sweat equity to share the opportunity. And you're getting 62% on anyone that's underneath you. Then we take that and we look at your downline. So then on your downline, this increases the ante, okay? It goes up a little bit because they're paying you out on a much broader number, and it's an unlimited number. Is you have $1,000 of your own money in your account, and then 2 to 4 accounts with $1,000 each, and you start at 0.01. And the concept continues. You go to 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, and with the number of accounts, with all accounts having a minimum of $1,000 in them, and then that grows. For some people, as you grow, and over time, what typically happens if you're somebody that is, a people person, a network affiliate type person, and you think that sharing this opportunity is for you, your downline. So even though it's less, even though you get 0.3% on your first line and your main account, what will generally happen over time, because the numbers get so astronomical, is your downline begins to outpace everything else. You're earning on someone that's 20 deep, 30 deep, 40 deep, whatever it is, and your pool underneath you just grows and grows and grows and grows. It's just so much more exponential. So that 0.04% is a significant number when you're talking about having $1 million downline, a $2 million, $5 million downline. And it happens. It doesn't take actually very long for certain people. So that's your downline, right? So this is the pool share now. We talked about that earlier on. I mentioned that the company takes a portion of the profits of the company and they divide them into 9 pools. There's 8 represented here, and then we have our global leader pool. So there's 9 total that they actually break the profits up into, a percentage of the profits. And so whatever that number is gets divided into these different pools, and in your back office, it'll have the breakdown of what the percentage is. So it's 15% of the profit gets divided over these 9 accounts respectively. And then there's a percentage that's paid out to each one of the levels. And so pool 1 through 8, you can see right on your screen how it works. You have $1,000 in your main account. You have 1 account underneath you with at least $1,000, you get pool 1. You have $5,000 in your main account. You have at least 3 accounts underneath you with at least $5,000 total. Okay, now this is not per account. This isn't $5,000 per account. This is $5,000 in total aggregate. And then you unlock pool 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and it just continues up from there, right? 7 through 8. If you max that out, if you've got 200,000 in your main account, 20 accounts underneath you with a first line of at least $1 million, and you max that out, which you'd be getting a couple, $2,000, $3,000 a day by then the company created a global leader pool. which right now there's a handful of people in this leader pool right now, and you get 0.01% of the entire streamline, and it maxes out at $3,000 per day. So that's the entire streamline of the company is what you would be getting. So it's pretty awesome. So a lot to work towards, and a lot of amazing opportunities. Company gives us tons of opportunities and ways to actually get paid out. And then, like I said, on top of that, you have one-time rank bonuses as well. That, if you hit yellow, blue, green, these are the criteria. You get a $10 for yellow, $100 for blue, $1,000 for green, 5 for purple, 15 for red, and then if you hit Paraiba, you get $25,000 one-time payout. And that payout can go into your deposit if you want to, or you can just pull that money straight out. So that can get paid to you, and then you just pull that money out and exchange it for Bitcoin, and then sell it into fiat if you choose to, or buy other coins or whatever you want to do with that money. That is up to you. So with that said, I want to show you the back office real quick and show you what it looks like. Just get rid of our video here. Right. We'll go through that. So this is one of my accounts. And again, you can have multiple accounts, but these are the different ways. So you just saw that flash right there. That just means that more money just came into the company. Someone else just joined. This number just went up. So this is the streamline. So I think when I started several months ago, my streamline was, I think, around 20 million, somewhere around there. I think it was 15, 20 million. I was fortunate enough to be gifted an account, which you can do as well. We could talk about that when it comes to strategy. That already had a pretty significant streamline, but as you can see, it's doubled, right? Just in a few months. I think it's been about 3 months now. So we get paid, these pools get paid out of this streamline. So the profit, 15% of the profit from this streamline gets divvied up into these pools here. And then you get this daily in addition to your return. So in addition to the payout of my first line, my downline, my deposits, right? And you can see it here. Here's a total. Is you have deposits at 0.3%, first line at 0.3%, downline bonus at 0.02%, and then the pools, right? So you can see how those just add up. And you do get those, they do grow, they aggregate, right? So you add them together. So you get this, plus this, plus this. As soon as I get 4, it'll add that in there. And you can see it gets up there, right? As your streamline grows, the actual pool money grows as well. So, as the team grows, as, I decide to position, then these pools become pretty lucrative, which is great. So this is your back office. You track your ranks over here. You'll see what the next rank is. So a little bit more. I'm waiting for this first line to get closer to 35 million to see whether do I need to deposit, or are my returns going to just get me to the 10,000 that's needed in this account. So I'm just letting it cruise for a little bit. It's been a busy few weeks. I haven't actually been able to get here and do much with the platform, but that's what's beautiful is I haven't been able to do a whole lot with the system, but I haven't had to, and it just continues to grow on its own. And so my deposits continue to increase because I'm just reinvesting. So that's why my usable balance is at 0. I have it set to where it just continues to auto deposit. And so that continues to grow. As my first line grows, as the team continues to grow, then my payouts continue to grow. So if this gets closer to 35,000, that's the next the rank bonus, and that's the next pool. So this gets closer, then I'll just put some more Bitcoin in my main account, and then I'll unlock pool 4, and I'll get the next rank bonus as well. And so it's pretty simple. Depositing is pretty simple. Managing your team is pretty simple. Like I said, there's one KYC. You can just come right here to finance. You can click add balance, and you don't really have to calculate the dollar amount, but that's your Bitcoin address, right? Everyone's got one. That's your wallet address. You copy that wallet address and you send yourself Bitcoin and deposit it. And then you would use balance and deposit it into the platform. Once it's deposited, it's static. It doesn't change. It doesn't fluctuate market conditions. And you start earning a minimum of 62% per year. So with that said, that's the end of our presentation portion of things. I want to just stop it there and ask if there's any questions. If there's anything I can answer for anyone in reference to this, I'll be more than happy to do so. And you should be able to unmute yourselves at this point if you want to. Any questions? Let's see. Right. All right. Well, anything from the team. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. Anything from the team?
I have one.
What you got?
Just one. So I